Two-Face is a supervillain appearing in comic book published by DC Comics. He is commonly referred to as the adversary of Batman. While driving parallels from comic books to real life can be a dangerous business, there is no denying the fact that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is a true embodiment of Two-Face. Kejriwal's duality, hypocrisy and partisanship has reached a new peak, and now he is openly laughing and delegitimizing the pain and suffering of Kashmiri Pandits who suffered a barbaric ethnic genocide in the 1990s. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Piyush, and in this video I will tell you how Kejriwal's recent speech in Delhi Assembly made a mockery of the Kashmir genocide. Let's begin. With arrogance dripping from his face, Kejriwal on Thursday during a budget session of Vidhan Sabha, in an attempt to target BJP, dehumanized and mocked the travesties suffered by the Kashmiri Pandits. He called the recently released movie The Kashmir Files fake, refused to make it tax-free and laughed like a maniac. With the derision in his tone, Kejriwal said, "We will grant you honor. We will give you respect. We will take you along in nation building. We won't ask you to put up the posters of a jhooti film. At least stop promoting this movie. It does not behoove you. You came to do something good in politics, not for promoting films and posters." The Delhi CM could have taken on BJP with an altered speech, but he preferred to laugh and jeer at the movie, painting all the events showcased in it as fake. However, the megalomaniac Aam Aadmi Party leader didn't stop here and continued to expose his verbal diarrhea. He said,
"Kashmir Files tax free karo. अरे YouTube पे डाल दो, free हो जाएगी. Tax free क्यों करा रहे हो? इतना ही तुमको शौक है, विवेक अग्निहोत्री को बोलो YouTube पे डाल देगा. सारी पिक्चर फ्री है, सारे जने देख लेंगे एक ही दिन के अंदर. टैक्स फ्री की क्या जरूरत है? YouTube पे क्यों नहीं डाल?"
A former IRS officer and IITian who has been running a state government for a better part of the last 7 years, suggested that the movie should be released free. A movie that has been made with the sweat, labor and money of thousands. Imagine how other financial decisions must be taken in the plush rooms of the Central Secretariat here in ITO. Perhaps Kejriwal, whose entire political career has been made around the freebie style of politics, forgot that people are allowed to make a sensitive movie and still earn a profit from it. Not everyone has the ability to crawl in front of their superiors, and in his case the central government, and beg for money when the going gets tough. While Kejriwal called the movie fake, the public response across the country suggested otherwise. The Kashmir Files has already garnered over 200 crore rupees at the box office without any marketing, and has opened discussion over a topic that was largely swept under the carpet by the secular liberal media and twisted politicians like Kejriwal. While Kejriwal vilified BJP for promoting the movie, saying it did not fit their stature, he is the same person who up until a year ago used to watch every single movie on the first day and used to give childish reviews. Akin to KRK, Kejriwal willy-nilly suggested the movies and even granted tax-free status to movies like Nil Bade Satta, Saand Ki Aankh and 83. Earlier, he had openly promoted movies like Satyagrah, PK, Urta Punjab and Secret Superstar, all through his tweets. As soon as Kejriwal's brain fade comments went viral on social media platforms, he was rightfully targeted by the netizens who exposed the sheer duplicity and carelessness of his statements. Journalist and a Kashmiri Pandit, Aditya Raj Kaul, tweeted, "Denying prosecution, forced exodus and genocide of a minority community is a criminal act. I hope you will apologize to the victims of terrorism, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. Hate for Modi, BJP and filmmaker is one thing, but to deny a historical reality is absolutely shocking." Another Kashmiri Pandit named Upal Kaul took to Twitter to share a photo of his home in Kashmir and asked the Delhi CM to not ridicule their pain. Mr. Kejriwal, this was my house of 14 rooms which had 5,000 books on Kashmir and our cultural heritage. It was all burnt by Islamist terrorists. The Kashmir Files is only an introduction to the genocide we faced. Please don't ridicule our pain, sir. Meanwhile, others called the bigotry of Kejriwal by stating, Kejriwal won Punjab, but he should not push his luck with overconfidence. Remember, Bhagwant Mann is on his way to become more powerful, if not equal, to Delhi CM. There's a fine set of AAP voters who are aware of the Kashmiri Hindu genocide. Calling it false reflects bigotry. As reported extensively by TFI, the Kashmir Files is based on the genocide of Kashmiri Pandits and is inspired by true events that transpired in the early 90s. It stars Anupam Kher and Mithun Chakrabarti as lead roles. The terror situation in the valley, along with the dreadful rallies and kidnappings, has been displayed honestly. Anupam Kher, who is a Kashmiri Pandit, makes everyone teary-eyed when he describes their Kashmir. Mithun Chakrabarti, through his outstanding performance, shuts up an Islamist sympathizer when he says Kashmiri Pandits also went through so much, but they never picked up a gun. Why? The film usually goes on to show what kind of genocidal slogans were raised during the slaughter and exodus of Kashmiri Pandits from the valley. The movie has garnered rave reviews for being hard-hitting and not trying to sugarcoat the reality, as the previous movies made on the topic attempted to do so. Kejriwal is on a power trip at the moment. The victory in Punjab has gotten to his head. However, politics is a great leveler, and sooner than later, Kejriwal will realize the consequences of his actions.